us.
Hello, everybody! Welcome to episode number 34, the second take, because last week didn't work out so well, of Off the Cup with Hoppy and Hobbs. Hoppy is right over there.
That's this guy.
Yeah, he sounds like that. He's the one that sounds like he doesn't care about the podcast. And I'm the guy over here, Hobbs, just kidding, by the way, that has way too much excitement and is crazy and is on the podcast. So you can find us everywhere podcasts aren't sold and on Spotify where they are sold. So enjoy that. Episode 34. We're going to go over and we're going to have a quick off the cup question. We're going to talk a little bit about CJ Abrams, and then we're going to go into the scientific method of picking the World Series champion for 2021, the MLB hat draw championship.
That's true. Yes.
Yes.
And a lot of people, there's more.
No, go ahead. You do.
I was going to say, because all the scientific, they punch in a computer, but it's all global, like our podcast. It all comes down into one little hat, and that's what we're going to find today.
Yeah, and when it comes down to it, we're going to throw $20 on the World Series champion from our scientifically driven hat draw championship.
Yeah, you know what though? I'm going big. I'm going hundo.
Well, I still get
hundo.
Half.
Half?
I still get half.
When
the Florida Buffalo Blue Jays win.
Wouldn't that be funny if you had to draw out of a hat and that's the team you played in, the city?
Yeah.
So every year the owners get together and they draw out of a hat, and the Padres are like, sweet. We're going to Pittsburgh. Awesome.
We're in Omaha this year.
Great.
That's so awesome. All right, so to kick it off today, an off the cup question. So about 20 minutes ago, I was checking StubHub because I want to go to the Padres opener, because if we hit the red tier, we can actually go to games now instead of being in the farthest away tier. You'll actually be able to go to games or Legoland or Disneyland or wherever you want to go, maybe even the Del Mar Fair. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to the home opener. How much were the tickets on StubHub?
Like a single
no, you
ticket?
Can only buy a pod of tickets.
A pod.
Yes. So it was 4 tickets.
Probably like
to the home opener.
Well, how many is a pod? Is it
4
like
tickets?
2? 4
tickets.
You got to buy 4?
4 tickets.
Oh man, that's gonna cost you probably like $300 a ticket, so like $1,200.
Oh no, keep going, baby.
Really?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh my gosh. Okay, 400 would be 60.
Oh, you are wrong, sir. Sorry.
Well, Gene Wilder. One, I met him. He's a great guy.
I saw the picture.
Yeah. So it's not $400 a ticket. 5. So $2,000.
Nope.
Okay. $1,000 a ticket.
Yep.
$4,000.
$4,000.
Wow.
$4,000 for field level, past first base, 7th row. Only tickets available on StubHub. $1,000 a ticket plus fees.
Wow.
To go to a Padre game.
Well, they better hurry up and get that stimulus package sent out, because
I think that person might have some trouble selling those tickets.
might have to just turn on the old TV for $4,000.
Yeah. Actually, wow. I could buy like 4 or 5 65-inch TVs for that amount.
At least.
If you get the low end, I could have just a whole wall of TVs.
Yeah, but that just shows you how much money teams lost last year. If they're charging $1,000 a ticket.
It's StubHub, so it's a reseller. I couldn't get Padre tickets from their website, so I had to go to a reseller. So they were selling them for $1,000 a piece.
Go Padres.
Go Padres.
For $4,000.
Quickly into some Padres before we get into the hat draw World Series championship. CJ Abrams. I've seen some highlights. Haven't really had a chance to watch any of the games that have been on TV. Noticed that they were playing him at second base instead of shortstop. Even when Kim was in, they didn't play Abrams at short. They played Abrams at second base. He's pretty dang fast.
Yeah.
I saw some Kim taking some ground balls, look pretty poor in the infield. Um, what do you think the odds are that Abrams could make his big league debut as a second baseman this year?
Um, I would say 0, and I only say that because you got Cronenworth, and that's the I think
27-year-old second year player.
yeah, but but as electric as Abrams is, um, either he's the insurance policy if Kim is just brutal or gets hurt and they can bring him up. I think he starts in AAA um, at second
Well,
base only because you
alternate
got a guy
site
named
when the
alternate
season's
site.
when the season starts, they have
Yeah,
a month of
taxi.
alternate site. Yeah.
So I think that might be the plan is one showcase because Preller's always got his phone. You've got Cronenworth, you've got Kim. There's a franchise on the left side of the infield. Abrams isn't breaking in there.
Right.
So you showcase him at second base. Try to make it to where teams are calling, going, "Hey, we want Abrams."
I don't think
You
that
know,
I think it's the opposite. I think it's like, hey, we're throwing Abrams out here. This kid can play. We know we don't need him to hit 300 because we've got all these bats in the lineup. What are you going to give me for Kim or Cronenworth? And
Ooh,
because I got another guy. So if you need somebody, I got 3 guys here that could be a starter.
yeah, yeah, and that's well, we've talked about this before. The Padres have options now.
Yeah.
They're not stuck with the signing and saying we have to play him. Um, there's definitely options. So moving forward, if Abrams he's running. I mean, he's fast. I mean, he steals bags. And he's showing that he can swing the bat. And I mean, he's a player. He's going to be a dude.
Yeah.
So that's for the future. That looks bright. Cronenworth showed up last year, took the world by storm, and should have won Rookie of the Year. Um, but it's a situation where you go out and get Kim, Cronenworth, Abrams. The Padres are fine with any one of those 3 options at second base. Anyone. So yeah, I mean, I'm sitting here. Either I'm calling teams that have stud arms or maybe even a catcher, even though you've got a catcher, but catching is so volatile because it truly is year to year. I mean, um, what are the Padres' needs? Are they going to save it for a deadline trade when they want to go beef up their bullpen again? So, I mean, there's a lot of different options that the Padres can go with this, but Abrams is definitely, a diamond in the rough, and he's starting to show it right now. You can see it in his confidence too. He's taking ground balls with, the first team.
Yes. He
So
looks like a player that could, in the limited time that I've seen it in highlights, and that's always the best.
mm,
Uh looks like a big league player, and
yeah,
it looks like
but
they're grooming him to play second base.
I mean, you can see guys that can play and guys that can't, and it doesn't take long to figure it out.
Oh yeah,
You know,
Hassel and Abrams can play.
they
It's
can
just going to
play
be whether or not they hit at the big league level. And with
consistently.
and with Pham saying he's only 80% because he got stabbed in the back. That's weird.
Hmm.
Literally, not figuratively. Um, it makes you wonder, does Cronenworth go to left field? Does Hassel replace Pham if he can't go? Does Kim go to left field? Does Abrams make the team in 2 months? Does he get pulled up in 2 months to play second base because they realize we could have all of this speed and range at second base, and he could hit 220 to 250, and we're good because we have 7 other guys that rake.
Right. Well, what was the biggest dynamic last year? The Padres led the league in stolen bases.
Yeah. And don't
I
forget about
mean,
Profar. Profar's back to play left field
and
too,
Profar's back. Yeah.
and
So I
second
mean,
base.
you've got depth, you've got options. It's really there's so many good guys in camp. There's so many. That you really don't have a weak link. You really don't.
Right. And
So
they're seeing some depth in the pitching with people getting hurt already, and with and having the depth to be able to cover the injuries
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Castillo, and I think Guerra might have got injured too.
So, but it's great. It's seeing the Padres being able to go from that, hey, we're at 90%. We're up here now as far as what we can do, and we don't skip a beat. So
Yeah.
it's going to be exciting. And for $1,000 a seat, you can go see them.
Yeah, you better be excited because it's gonna cost you $4,000 to take your family to the game, to one game.
One.
One game.
Want to go to
It's the
college? No, I
Diamondbacks,
want to
too.
go to the opener.
Not even against the
Against the
Dodgers. It's against the Diamondbacks. I used to get
Oh.
Diamondbacks tickets a few years ago when we could go to the games. We would get Diamondback tickets on a Tuesday or Wednesday night, sit right behind home plate in like the 7th row for $50, $70 a ticket. Like
I know
on
you'd send me
TV.
pictures. You
On
send me
TV.
pictures. I'm like, what's going on here?
On TV
That's great.
for $50 to $70 against the Diamondbacks. Now StubHub's $1,000. All right. Exciting news about the Padres having all the depth, seeing the young guys that can play instead of young guys that hope can play. Looks
Right.
like we got a bunch of guys that can't play. All right, let's jump to the MLB Hat Draw Championships. How this is going to work, folks. We each have a hat or something with Hoppy has all the American League teams. I have all the National League teams. We're going to go back and forth picking players or picking teams out of their hats, and in the order that we pick them, we'll start at the bottom of their division. So if Hoppy picks the Yankees first, the Yankees will be the 5th place team in the AL East.
Yes.
And if he
just go ahead and put that down. Just go ahead and put Yankees in there.
And if he picks Boston second, they will be the 4th place. So that's how we're going to do this, and we'll keep track of it. Then we'll recap it. Then we'll pick the wild cards. We will do the division series, the NL and ALCS, and the World Series
champion, which I'm betting.
And Hoppy's going to bet. He said $1,000 on the World Series champion.
Do it.
Oh, he didn't.
Game.
He didn't.
I'm going to be rich.
It's $4,000 instead of going to the home opener.
Yeah.
All right. So Hoppy,
all down.
Let's see your hat or bag.
This is the Padres spring training.
All right.
I don't know if you can really see that. There it is.
Drop.
There it is.
Team number 1 out of the American League.
Team number 1. Minnesota Twins.
Minnesota Twins are the 5th
already
place
this
team.
sucks.
The 5th place team in the Central. All right, here's my hat. I'm going in. I need to pick one here. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
5th place, the Atlanta Braves.
Oh, wow. You got
18.
logos.
Yeah, I told you.
Big guy.
So the potential 1st place team in the East just finished 5th. Okay.
Wow. Decimated.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. The winner is Texas.
Texas is now 5th place in the West. And I will go with, let's see, 5th place, the Cardinals.
Ooh.
The Cardinals are 5th place in the Central. Our hat draw is not going well for some great teams.
Right. 2021.
Give me one.
Here we go. And the winner is Oakland.
Oakland in the West is the 4th place team.
There we go.
All right, reaching in.
I love the science of this.
Cincinnati is now 4th place in the Central, and that could actually happen.
Yes. Good.
Oh, just so you know, it's your turn.
I know. I was deep in thought.
Tampa Bay in the AL East, finishing in last. Chris Archer pickup did not help them. Losing Blake Snell destroyed.
Devastating to the organization.
Having to have Hunter Renfroe and Margot start because Kiermaier was injured has put them down.
Yeah. Renfroe's going to hit 40 in Boston this year.
All right. For the National League, next up, Miami finishes 4th in the National League East.
That's about right.
Could be.
Undefeated. They're undefeated in spring training right now.
I think they're an up and coming. I think they could surprise people and they can challenge for that division lead this year. Detroit Tigers 4th place in the Central, and that looks about right, but I would be shocked if Minnesota finished behind Detroit. So we'll see what's going on. All
Under
right, here we go.
Stranger Things.
All right.
Who you got?
5th place in the West, Colorado.
Nailed it.
I wonder if we're gonna get in trouble for using logos. Think Major
No,
League
'cause it's
Baseball is
just
gonna come
partial.
get us?
Yeah.
All right.
Dun, 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 dun. Baltimore.
Baltimore Orioles in the AL East, finishing in 4th place. So this gives Boston, New York, and Toronto a chance at the #1 seed. This is
There it is. There it is.
except
And
I would have to say that Boston should be picked next.
well,
right,
if
let's-
Baltimore finishes 4th, then that manager gets manager of the year.
Dun dun dun.
Oh no. Who is it?
4th place.
Padres.
Bum, bum, bum.
Wah, wah. That's right.
Will not be getting your $100.
Here we go.
Houston finishing in 3rd in the West. In the American
Probably.
League, definitely possible.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what we got here. Washington Nationals.
Washington Nationals.
The Nationals finished 3rd place in the East.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's possible.
Possible. Dun, 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 dun. Red Sox.
The Red Sox finishing in 3rd in the East. That means there's a chance that the Yankees and the Buffalo, Florida Jays make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I got to shake it up a little bit. I make sure this is all shaken up. Oh, let me see. There we go. Found one. Pittsburgh Pirates.
Okay. All right.
Pittsburgh Pirates are in 3rd in the Central. What a great season they had. Almost 500.
Ooh, way to go. Cleveland.
Cleveland Indians finished 3rd in the Central. Oh, okay. There's a chance that the team I picked to win the hat draw could be in the playoffs right now. Before we came on this podcast, I let Hoppy know that I was expecting the Kansas City Royals to win our hat draw, and right now they're going to finish in the top 2 in the Central, and they could make the playoffs.
They got a chance.
I don't know
They're
who.
saying there's a chance.
All right, is it my turn? I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, because I had Cleveland.
All right. LA Dodgers finished 3rd in the West.
Oh no. You know what that means. You got the Diamondbacks and Giants battling it out.
Heck yeah.
Bumgarner going against his former team.
Toronto finishes 2nd. They have a chance at a wild card.
Oh, I got to keep that, don't I?
Yep, you got to keep that one. That means the Yankees are going to finish 1st. But
Way to
leave
go,
them in
Yanks.
for now. All right. All right. Chicago Cubs. Whoop, well, there it is.
Yep.
Cubs finished 2nd in the Central.
Way to go, Cubs. Chris Bryant. No. White Sox.
The White Sox finished 2nd in the Central. That's possible.
Oh.
That means Kansas City is going to finish 1st. All right, here we go. All right.
Getting a little low here.
Philadelphia.
Phillies.
They finished 2nd in the East.
Possible. Seattle.
Seattle 2nd in the West. We're coming down to it when we're going to get a recap. We're going to see how realistic this really is. Oh wait, I don't want to look like I'm cheating.
Yeah, don't look.
Oh. San Francisco Giants.
Feedback.
Wait, that's my finger.
Yep, there it is.
Whoa.
Very, very. Yeah.
San Francisco finished the 2nd.
Was that the D-backs taking it?
All right. So how did this work out that we have a 1st place team from the East, the Central, and the West left in the American League, and we have a 1st place team from the East, Central, and the West left in, well, I don't think the 6 teams left are all 1st place teams. How is this possible?
Because we did it backfilled. So the Yankees already won. You already got the Yankees down, right?
Well, that's what I mean. The 3 1st place teams are the only ones left. How is that shouldn't happen in a hat draw like this. Somebody
Sure.
should have been picked all first. So yes,
Yeah, you got
that is
Angels, Yankees, and Kansas City, right? That's what's left.
yeah, that
Yankees,
is
KC, and
insane.
Angels. So
Yes.
The Angels win the AL West.
Yeah, let's recap. I'll go through these
Oh,
right
okay,
now.
you got
So
it.
we have all the number ones here. So we'll start in the AL East, where we saw Tampa Bay have their worst season in quite a while, where they're going to finish
Yeah,
last. They only won 60 games. They went 60 and 102. Apparently, Blake Snell uh,
yeah.
was a big deal for them. And
It might be the curse of the Bambino going to Tampa Bay,
yeah, and then
right?
Baltimore in a productive season comes in fourth as they're in
Yes.
rebounding and rebuilding.
Hmm.
Boston, their rebuild is taking shape as they move into
Yeah.
third place.
Hmm.
Uh,
500.
Toronto
Mhm.
takes a step up with George Springer and finishes second in the potential wild card position. We'll determine that in a second. And the Yankees win the division. Very possible. Very
Mhm.
possible. Stanton does not get injured for more than 25 games. He plays
If
in
he
135 games, and the Yankees win the AL East.
if
Moving
they get 135 out of Giancarlo, that's good. That's real
Yeah,
good.
both him and Judge played 135, so they're good.
Congratulations.
All right, so in the
Yeah.
National League East, we saw Atlanta Braves get decimated by injuries to their starting pitching, and they couldn't outslug everybody, and they
Right.
finished in last in the East. And the Marlins kind of
Mhm.
took a step back from their great season last year when they only played 60 games,
Yeah.
but had a great season. They fell to fourth. The Nationals, middle of the pack season, and third. The Phillies, with JT Realmuto re-signed, come in second, and the Mets complete their turnaround and win the
The
East.
amazing Mets. The amazing Mets.
I think other than the Braves finishing last, that's pretty close to possible.
Pretty close.
Yeah,
Possible. Yeah.
yeah.
I
All right,
like it.
moving to the AL Central, where we see the Minnesota Twins fall from grace and drop to last place.
Yeah. I think they end up selling everybody at the trade deadline and restock.
Yeah, I think the fans were a little upset, and they decided that they want a new stadium.
Yeah, they want a dome again.
Yeah, they want to go
They go
back to the
screw
dome.
this outside stuff.
Detroit continues their abysmal play and finish in fourth place. Cleveland takes a step back, falling to
Yeah.
third.
You've gotten rid of all your pitching.
The White
Traded everybody
Sox,
away. Yeah.
with 97-year-old Tony La Russa, come in second place. uh, the young guys get
Which is
done.
definitely a possibility. And
Yeah.
they're still up and coming.
Yep. And then rising from the ashes, the Kansas City Royals, my pick to win the Hat Draw Championship, come in
Yeah.
first place in a
Worst to
wonderful
first.
turnaround.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's all because their catcher is back playing and he played 150 games.
There it is.
Salvador Perez. All right. Whew, I think we're on
Yeah.
the NL Central, right?
Yes.
All right. Fifth place, Yadier Molina cannot help as the Cardinals fall to fifth.
Wow.
Sorry, Yadi. You and
Yeah.
Pujols could retire at the same time after the season. Fourth place, the Reds, who looked like they were in an upswing. Their pitching fell to the ground. Home runs were being hit all over their stadium. The return of Ken Griffey Jr. back to Cincinnati did not help, and they finish in fourth place.
Yeah,
Did
but
sell some tickets though.
They had a Bauer outage.
They had a Bauer outage. They re-signed
It's
Griffey to play first base about 100 games into the season, so people would show up, but it wasn't
yes.
enough. It wasn't
Yeah.
enough. So they finish in fourth. Third place, solid year for the Pirates.
Yeah. Unexpected. All the rookies go crazy.
They finished one game behind the Cubs in the
Oh,
Central,
yeah.
who finished in second place. But
Great
a
storyline.
wonderful young pitcher that we know and love from back in the day made his major league debut.
Yeah. I believe it was a perfect game that he's going
Yeah.
to throw.
He went complete perfect game in his
What perfect
debut.
game. What perfect. I love it.
And The greatest outfield in baseball, as it's being called, finishes in first place. The Milwaukee Brewers.
The Brew Crew just bring it, and they play D.
So tell me about if any balls are going to drop in their outfield this
Oh
year.
my goodness! No, you got Yelich, Kane, and Bradley. Dude, outfield's closed, man. That's a heck of an the Brewers with the trades and that they quietly just dominated and made their team way better.
Yeah, I think Luis Urias at 350. Josh Hader can change to a starting pitcher. They didn't trade him, and he won 27 games.
That's almost unbelievable.
And the Brewers finishing first. All right, so to the AL West. This one's looking like a possibility here with Texas finishing last. They've been rebuilding. They traded Lance Lynn. They're all good to go. Fourth place falls to the A's. They thought they were going to have a championship team, but decimated by their starting pitching. They decided they were going to walk everyone this year and had a rough outing. Houston. Justin Verlander only won 3 games, and Houston, just kidding, you probably won 15.
Yeah.
They finish in third. The Seattle Mariners turn it around, finish in second place.
Do they bring back Felix Hernandez?
I don't think so, but they've got a potential wild card here. And the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim finish in first place behind Shohei Ohtani's 47 home runs and 18 wins.
Yeah, I saw his last outing. Oh my God. Fully healthy Ohtani is dangerous.
Yeah, he hit like a home run the day before and then comes out and just mows people down the next day.
He went dead central over the 30-foot batter's eye, just crushed. And then his pitches, they move like they're not supposed to move. I mean, it's like 98, like this, like you're not touching it. He stays healthy. The Angels actually have a shot of doing this. They really do. Pujols gets all energized again. Of course, Trout's the greatest player on the planet. That's not far-fetched. And then they make trades at the deadline and go crazy.
Yeah, and they've got Rendon hitting bombs. Pujols he actually hits 327 with 327 homers.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
That didn't actually happen, people. Okay, so let's move on to the NL West, the last division we have here. Fifth place falls to the Rockies. Very possible. Very possible the Rockies finish fifth. Fourth place is the Padres.
Not possible, but you know what? You gotta love the entertainment value.
Yeah. This is what happens when you do a hat draw, people.
Yes.
Third place is the Dodgers. They don't make the playoffs either.
Yeah.
This is completely possible, by the way.
Yeah. Well, Price, took the year off. Who knows how he's really going to be? Kershaw is the aging veteran.
Yeah, he was up and down last year. Like some games he was amazing, and some games he was off.
Yeah. Bauer, who knows? I mean, if he goes back to form where he was just an above 500 pitcher. Bueller, he's got those blister issues, but love him. May throws 100. Maybe he gets hurt. Urias, was probably really fired up on his adrenaline. I mean, you could have a total, blow up of their entire rotation.
I don't think you made a good point for them finishing in third place.
I tried. Yeah.
You just rolled out 6 starting pitchers, and I think 3 of them have won Cy Young awards. And the other 3 are young and legit.
But all those would have to happen for the Dodgers to finish in third. So that's the only thing I could come up with.
3 Cy Young winners and 3 guys that could win a Cy Young.
Yeah, they all have the worst years of their career right now. Third place.
Okay, and then in an amazing turn of events, the Giants finish in second because Buster Posey's back.
Yes.
And
Basement
then
the second. Wow.
the Diamondbacks must bring back Kurt Schilling and Randy Johnson because they finished him first.
Bumgardner finds out that he's right-handed and throws 112.
All right.
Love
All right.
Bum.
Let's throw our 3 second place teams in the hat and draw out the team that doesn't make the playoffs.
Oh yeah. Okay, here we go.
So I got National League ready to go. It's twisting
Yeah.
and turning.
So I've got Seattle, Toronto, and the White Sox.
Yep,
in
and the
mix.
team you pull out does not make the playoffs.
The team that I pull out doesn't make it. All right. You ready?
Are you gonna pull one?
Yes. Oh,
Toronto does not make it. So we have let's see, we have
You got the White Sox and Seattle.
Who was eliminated again?
Seattle Mariners.
Mariners were eliminated. So now
no. Toronto
was eliminated.
Toronto was eliminated.
So now we're back to the White Sox and Mariners left. They're going to play the wild
Yes.
card game to see who makes it into the playoffs. So let's see,
Right.
who's it going to be? White Sox or Mariners?
Oh, between the two?
Yeah,
Here, I'll do this. Pick left or right.
left.
Left. White Sox.
The White Sox are eliminated, so the Mariners make it to the playoffs.
There it
Keep
is.
that sticky. All right, here we go. Moving to the National League. I'm going to pick the
That's
team.
sticky.
The
For
team that
next
does
year.
not make it. The New York Mets are out.
Oh, wow.
So how can the Mets be out?
No, the Mets
They
aren't
came in
out.
first
They won the
place.
division.
I got the wrong teams in here. Hold on.
Way
Whoops.
to go.
Sorry, Mets. I grabbed the wrong
Mets.
stack.
Mets with 115 wins. Out.
I grabbed the wrong stack. My bad. That's what happens when you do this stuff live. All right,
Yes.
Here we go. Found one. The Giants are out.
Okay.
Bye-bye, Giants. All right, Giants are out. And then here's the wild card game.
Okay.
And the Phillies lose in the wild card game.
Oh, devastating.
Which leaves us with the Chicago Cubs. So we have the Cubs.
Phillies
All right,
out.
so in the National League, we have the Mets
Mhm.
and the Brewers and the Cubs and the Diamondbacks.
3 out of 4, not bad. 3 out of 4, I could see. Wow.
All right, so we're gonna pick the 2 losing teams from.
Oh,
We're
the
gonna-
two losing.
We're gonna combine the DS and the NLCS.
Yeah.
And just pick 3 out of each hat to get to the World Series.
Okay.
So the Mariners and the Cubs were the wild cards. Good for them. And all 4 are going to go into a hat since we're not betting on the DS and the
Right.
CS.
So
We're gonna-
the AL is Kansas City, the Angels, Yankees, and Mariners. Correct?
All right, let's see who gets removed.
The Angels. Oh,
Bye, Angels. You want me to pick next?
yeah. Go ahead and pick next.
Eliminated the New York Metropolitans.
Oh, good run. They had a good run. First year
Yeah.
owner.
They lost in the DS.
The next loser. The
The Yankees are out in the DS.
Yankees are out.
Out in the DS. Let's see who's else is out in the DS. The Diamondbacks get knocked
Okay.
out,
Yeah.
which means the
Predictable.
Cubs,
That was totally predictable.
the Cubs and the Mariners make out of the wild card make the AL and NLCS.
Yes. look at your final. It's the Kansas City Royals. Seattle Mariners.
Could be. Come on, bring it. Come on, you got to pick one. Who loses?
I gotta pick the loser.
Yeah, the ALCS.
Kansas City.
Kansas City is out.
You almost had it, dude.
I almost had it. All right.
Almost
Let's see
had
who's
it.
out in the National League. Out in the National League is the greatest outfield of the season, the Brewers.
Oh no.
So we have the Chicago
Brewers.
Cubs
Versus Seattle Mariners.
versus the Mariners, and Hoppy's $100 is not looking good.
Oh my
Right.
goodness.
All right.
Oh my
so
goodness.
do you want to pick it, or do you want me to pick it?
Well, okay, I'm just still getting it. Cubs, Mariners. If the
Cubs.
Mariners win, it's their first World Series championship ever against the previous team that hadn't made it to the World Series in 100 years. That's a nice storyline. Yeah. Well, it's my $1,000, so you go ahead and pick it.
Well, now you're doing 1,000 now. I
You
was
said
joking.
1,000. I was going 100. You're gonna.
I was joking when I said 1,000. I can't spend your
Well,
money.
if it was podcast official, you said $1,000. So who's the grand going to?
We're going for the hundo. We're doing a hundo. All right. So I've been to Wrigley Field.
Mhm.
I've been to the Kingdome, but that's not there anymore. I've driven by Seattle Stadium. I've looked inside while I was walking
seats and everything.
While I was walking to what used to be called CenturyLink Field to watch an MLS game, not the Seahawks, because I can't afford that. So I'm thinking this is going to be the Mariners win.
The Mariners win. The Mariners win.
I'm going to grab a blank and put it in the hat.
Okay.
And I'm going to pick the winner, not the loser.
You're picking the winner.
The blank is the Mariners and the Cubs are the Cubs.
Okay.
I'm only going to pick one of them.
And this is the winner. This suspense is killing me. Cubs win. Cubs win. Holy cow.
So the World Series champions for 2021 with 3 exclamation points.
The Chicago Cubs.
The Chicago.
Rizzo. Everyone's going crazy. Corey Abbott gets the clincher in another no-hitter in the World Series.
World Series MVP with 3 wins.
Yes. Attaboy, Corey. Good job, Cubs. Hoppy gets a whole bunch of money. Okay. I got to go put money down on the Cubs.
Yeah, only
win the World
$100.
Series.
Only $100. You should get pretty good odds, though.
Yeah, it wouldn't be bad. I don't think they're going to be mid-market on that, so I can get a nice return on that. Good stuff.
Yeah, and I'm going to do some editing. Because there was some weirdness going on in the middle there.
That was crazy. Glitch in the Matrix.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway, I really want this season to get going. I mean, there's a lot of really good storylines, a lot of good teams.
You know what's going to be weird about this season is playing a full season.
Right. Yeah, because the rosters last year were built for a sprint. They were, 60 games. We got to go now. And everyone was fired up about it because, you couldn't just give the guys a day off. Now you got to worry about your starting pitching. This is where starting pitching is relevant again. You can't have your starters going 4 innings. You're going to blow up your bullpens. You need your pitchers to go 6, 7. It's going to be really, really interesting how people use their pitching staffs this year.
And that's what killed the Rays in over 162 in 2021 in the hat draw. Chris Archer not being able to go past 3 innings.
I mean, Snell's been really vocal about his time in Tampa Bay, how he really bought into the system. But it got to that point to where when you're on, leave me in. That's where you get that argument on the mound where the pitcher's going, no, this is my ball. I'm dealing. This is my game. Leave me out here. And a lot of people rely so much on the analytics and stuff like that gut check, I think, needs to be really, really relevant this year when it comes to pitching. I really do. Your starters need to go. Your starters need to give you a solid 7. Let that guy run into the 8th inning and see what happens. Because the season is too long. That's why they call it the grind, the dog days of summer. When it's hot, when you're playing, 5 games a week, you can't have your bullpen out there throwing the majority of the innings. Just
Yeah,
can't.
I think that's why some teams are looking at going six-man rotations.
Mm-hmm.
I know the Padres were thinking about it, I believe, going 6-man. The Dodgers could easily go 6-man
Mm-hmm.
if they wanted to. And then
Yeah.
you can have your guys go.
Yeah. I mean, the Dodgers, I mean, really, you've got 7 starters over there. If you, that's how they were, developed. Padres, the quiet guy this year is going to be Paddock. He is going to do very, very well. I last year it was Myers going, this guy's going to have a breakout year. My call this year is Paddock. Paddock becomes reliable again, like he was his first year, and just dominates. I think he's going to be great. And with Darvish and Snell and a healthy Lamet, you don't know what rookies you're going to throw out there. I mean, Matajon's still here, Gore, Weathers, Paddock. I mean, that's legit. That's legit. You're going to get innings out of those guys, and they all compete. They all compete. There's no soft guy out there. I like it. I think it compares really well with the Dodgers.
I'm glad you like it.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you buy those 4 tickets for $4,000 to go to opening day, it'll make you feel better.
Come on, guys. I got you. I got your back. I can't afford to get home, but I'm here. Where's my program?
All right, cool. Not a bad pod for a early morning.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
and I don't know if you noticed my background here. This is a stadium in Martinsville, Virginia, that I played in a couple times.
Very nice.
That White House over my left shoulder, I lived there. That's where I lived.
No way.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah. So
never had to worry about being late to a ball game.
No, I actually walked through the center field fence to go to the games.
That's awesome. Good times, dude. Good times.
So
I'll have to bust out my Roner Park Stadium that's no longer standing. I'll get that for a background.
Yeah. So it's weird that this game's been going on. The pitcher's been throwing that pitch for quite a while, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. But all right. So great podcast. The Cubs are going to win the 21 World Series.
Yes, they are.
And the Padres hopefully don't finish 4th in the West.
That would be devastating.
All right. So with that, I think I know what time it is.
It's
don't do it.
It's early.
Oh. It is early.
Yes, it's time to sign off with that one there, folks. We're out of here.
Woo.